You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
It's raining. It's raining here at Glen Abbey.
It's really hard.
Golf and Country Club with Joe Carter Classic. Spirits are not dampened. People are still out there golfing. The one thing I have noticed, Linz, is there are a lot of people coming into the clubhouse looking for towels. So.
There's a lot of squishy feet, a lot of squishy shoes right now.
You know what they should do?
What's that?
Is give every single golfer, every celebrity, this is what my parents did. They gave us plastic bags.
Oh, like milk bags, like
yeah,
bread bags.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you get a plastic bag / bread bag, and you put it on your feet, and then you slide that into a shoe, and then your socks are dry forever. Are you a little slippery? Yeah. Do you look like an idiot? Maybe. Who cares? Do you look slightly homeless or like a poor kid? Yeah. But that's okay.
And you're still dry as a bone. Comfort is key.
Yeah, it is. I miss that. I miss that time when you would, your mom would just give you a plastic bag and say, "Hey, put these on your feet. I don't want to see you for the next 8 hours."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Saturday, pissing rain, get out of the house. You're like, "It's raining. My shoes are going to get wet." She's like, "Not anymore. Here's two Wonder Bread bags."
And even if it wasn't the rain, like it was snow. I remember it with my snow pants, like Byway brand or Bargain Harold snow pants. Oh yeah. And my Wonder Bread boots, like they look like space boots. There was no water protection to those winter boots whatsoever.
No, Cavics. You remember those? Are like Cavics. You're like, oh, I've got these sweet boots that look like space boots, so nothing can get in them, and like everything got in them. It was like there was a funnel that was from the outside, secretly placed on the outside of those boots that ushered water into your shoe.
And you used to when you take them off, the insides would come out, so it looked like you were like disemboweling the boot.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's the way Mom dried them out. She put them on the heater vent, and you had dry boots the next day. Yeah, and then
you did kind of have dry boots the next day, and they smelled like shit too. Remember that?
It was like that smell, that
hot wet smell.
Tremendous.
Just wanted to quickly recap here. We're overlooking 18 Green at Glen Abbey. It is the Joe Carter Classic. That is Neil Smith, by the way. Neil Smith, NFL Hall of Famer Neil Smith, and just about hoops one. Oh my God, can you see that? Did you see that roll right on the green? Neil Smith 8 feet away for a birdie
from there,
in the rain. Now that is a great fucking golf shot.
No shit.
Okay, we've got some guy who's poorly prepared in shorts. He hits a little chip shot. It looks like it's gonna go. Oh, it looks good. It looks like it's. Will it stick? Oh, he's inside Neil Smith. Not something that a lot of people have said.
No, I don't think so. Maybe that's why he was delayed at the airport today.
Inside Neil Smith. No, we need the green dude. What are you doing? Oh, is that what you're doing? Yeah. Oh, okay. Chris is on the camera. I should shut up and let our head of production do the production stuff. Here's another golf shot. Oh, that looks like it's a bit of a hosel shank. Kind of, yeah. I got caught up in the...
Shouldn't have had the sausage.
The short stuff. Well, there you go.
For breakfast.
You've got another set of foursomes. You know, the interesting part is seeing different celebrities, too, come in, get warm. Paul Coffey just came in looking for a coffee, which was weird.
That is
when
odd.
Paul Coffey comes in, and he's like, "Do you ever get a coffee?" And I'm like, I'm
looking at him. Hey-o.
Right here. That's it.
Oh, so it's back to here? Hello.
Are we live still? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know that.
Do we have enough audio for this test?
Yes. Well, fuck. Keep it going.
I don't care
less.
And we're not on anything else.
Yeah, so there's Paul Coffey having a coffee right now. We can see him right through the thing, which is cool. Anytime, we had an NHL Hall of Famer here, Doug Gilmour. There's an NHL Hall of Famer right there. Yeah. Baseball Hall of Fame. Not sure if he's in it. Kenny Lofton. Not sure if he is.
I'm not sure either.
But Kenny Lofton was just in like one of the most legendary center fielders of all time. One of the best defensive outfielders to ever play the game. Kenny Lofton's story about how he got here is incredible. So lost his luggage, had a 4-hour layover, then had another 5-hour layover. And then when he got to where he needed to go, which was Toronto, no luggage. And so he's been without luggage. So they like the back shop crew literally gave him clothes to wear for the Joe Carter tournament. And he's not a big dude, right?
No.
Kenny Lofton's a little guy.
No.
And so he's literally wearing like, construction stuff to play golf today. Kenny Lofton, one of the greatest baseball players to ever play.
And he they've got the swag here though. I'm sure he'll be fine. He probably is already decked out. He probably looks like a NASCAR right now with all the logos and jackets and pants.
No, he doesn't. No, He doesn't. He's still wearing clubhouse gear.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, no, he's still wearing back shop gear, which is fascinating because it's Kenny Lofton, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's like such a nice guy. That's the thing you find when you come to this tournament every year is all of these guys are Joe's friends, right? And Joe doesn't hang out with dicks. And so every time that he does this tournament, he just brings people that he likes.
Yeah.
And people from the Kansas City area, like you brought Bo Jackson a couple of years ago. Bo's an interesting cat. But other than that, I mean, like, you know, guys like Ozzie Smith and Kenny Lofton, all these guys donate their time.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of them ask for money. They get put up in hotels and that's pretty much it. They get their flights paid for. But this is literally a labor of love for a lot of these guys.
You've played in this one, haven't you?
Yeah, lots of times.
Yeah?
Yep.
How do you do on this course?
Oh, this course is tough. The Abbey's a tough golf course. Yeah. But not bad. This is usually, it was at Eagles Nest a couple of years ago. Now it's at Glen Abbey, which is interesting. Look at the water spray off the bottom of those wheels.
Yeah,
Holy
it's soaked out there.
But yeah, it's a beautiful golf course and a great day for it too. And Club Link has traditionally been really, really good about making sure that their partners and the people that they golf with do a great job and have everything they need. And they really put a premium on service. So yeah, it's another great day, even though it's raining. But I want to say 4 to 5 million, and the tournament's sold out. Like,
yeah, no, I think he said that this morning it was like 2 or 3 million so far, and those donations just keep coming in even after the tournament's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we were talking with one of the organizers this morning on Twitter,
Raul,
yeah,
Raul, he's a great dude.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Yeah. And yeah, like you were saying about the service, it's like when you go to like a 5-star, you are literally treated like gold in this building. It's amazing. Yeah, well, it's a historic building, but Club Link they key on service for sure. But this is like such an incredible building that they an incredible golf course, and the history here is just out of this world. Yeah. 50, 60, 7 years of major championships, or the fourth. They used to call it the fifth major, which was the Canadian Open, which was generally played here, and professional golfers love it. We were talking about it earlier. Why is the Open only at 2 or 3 different golf courses in Canada? Because players dictate where these Opens are, and they love Glen Abbey, which is, and I know that there's this desire to I think it's developed land in and around here, or maybe develop this land, but people love this golf course and the history here. And Canada doesn't have a super rich history because it's pretty young country. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool, man. They play the Hamilton Golf and Country the one year. That's a gorgeous place as well in Ancaster. It's a great golf course. The Bell Open was there. And it was St. George this year, right? Was it? The Canadian Open was in St. George this year. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. No, I'm having a good time. You're having a good. The rookie's having a good time. Are you? For real? Rookie? You having a good time? I don't think you are. Doing okay. Trying to sort out everything that we're given here today. One of the interesting parts about playing golf in the rain is you can't hang on to your golf club. So if we're really lucky, we might see some guys lose a couple golf clubs into the water. That'd be pretty good. That's right. Just on the follow through. You think with all the controversy of the Live Tour, you think we'll ever see Live golf here in Canada? Probably. You think so? Probably. I can't see Canada deciding to take a stance against blood money when we bring in a whole bunch of their oil. I think that's a little silly, right? Yeah. There's no carbon emissions with golf playing, so I'm sure wouldn't be too bad. The funny part about that Live Tour is today Pat Perez was like the first guy to actually fucking tell the truth. I don't know if you saw his tweet. They're like, "Hey Pat, why are you joining the Live Golf Tour?" He's like, "Guys, I'm 46. I've been on the road since '98. It's like winning the fucking lottery," he said. And I'm like, "Well, money. Like yes, of course. That's exactly why you did it. That's the most honest answer that anybody's given so far." Yeah. All right, we're going back to the all right. For some golf commentary. All right. Over on the golf commentary, we've got some people out there in the rain raking. There's a bird. Oh, there's 2 birds.
I sure hope they brought their raid slickers, Deed.
Couple of wet birds.
Oh, one-handed putt by Ricky Jones.
He's just not giving a fuck.
There's nothing cooler than seeing a bunch of Sunday golfers in the rain. Furious.
The guy's wearing a towel on his head.
Yeah, I think that's Damon Allen, actually. If I'm not mistaken, that's Damon Allen wearing the towel on his head. multiple Grey Cup champion, one of the greatest athletes to ever play in the CFL. 2 sports star, actually. He was a baseball player, too. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
There's Damon Allen with the towel on his head. His golf partner is now going to putt. If the other guy could get out of the way so we could see the putt, that'd be great. There we go. He pushed it. It's outside right.
And the bird is gone.
Too aggressive. Terrible line. We almost lost an umbrella. There goes a bird. Here we go. The guy with the green ball didn't learn anything from the first guy's line. Therefore,
Absolutely
he
not.
missed as well. Okay, we've got some other guy in gray shorts and a darker gray top. I don't know if you could do gray on gray, but this guy's doing it. He looks great. He's going to get up there and give this a whack. Hopefully, he's going to be a little more left of where the other guys are. That looks actually pretty good. A little break at the end. Oh, he misses on the short side. That's called a push, by the way, or a pull, depending on which way you putt. And now we've got Damon Allen, towel on the head. Oh, fixes it a little bit. And he lines up the putt and takes his time, like really takes his time, annoyingly takes his time.
He's that guy.
He's still taking his time. Here we go. Damon Allen. Oh, just a bit outside. But the closest out of all 3, natural athlete. There you go. There's the Damon Allen foursome at the Joe Carter Classic. Everybody missing their putts. Damon Allen by the way.
Yeah,
great
we'll
athlete.
do that.
A great athlete.
Damon Allen?
Great athlete.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of fun. His dad said something fascinating once. I remember talking to his dad at a banquet. This is years ago. And I'm like, how did you raise? Because Marcus Allen was a pretty good athlete, too. You may remember him.
It just rings a bell.
NFL Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. He's like, I'm like, how did you raise 2 kids that were so awesome and shit? He's like, I just had them doing shit all the time. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, there's no guns in busy hands. And I'm like,
it's a great line, actually.
Sense. Yeah.
It's a really good line.
And where they grew up, there was a bunch of violence, and kids used to take matters into their own hands. So he just kept putting them in sports. Every time he's like, "We're going to sports. We're going to get in baseball. We're going to get basketball. We're going to get volleyball." I think they even played a little cricket. Some high school wrestling.
Some competitive bantam badminton.
Yes, badminton. I don't know if the Allen brothers played badminton, but if they did, they would have won.
They would have kicked some ass.
They would have been the best badminton players on the planet.
Yeah.
I think it's badminton. I don't think it's badminton.
Is it Westminster and not Westminster?
No, it's Westminster. Westminster.
Oh, all right.
Why not? Hi, YouTube.
You just put a what?
Put us live on YouTube.
What the hell, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, YouTube.
Here still at the Joe Carter Classic. We are watching people come up 18. We're talking about the Marcus and Damon Allen brothers. We just saw Damon Allen putt out for par. Actually, we didn't see him putt out. He missed it. It always pissed me off. Athlete families that all have great athlete, like the Nurse family. Darnell Nurse, defenseman, Kia Nurse, sister, other Nurse sisters, like professional hockey player as well. It's like every member in the Nurse family is a wicked
just
awesome
good at something. Like pro good.
Yeah, and there are families like that, right? Like the Marcus Allen, Damon Allens,
like dynasties.
The Nurse family, exactly.
Yeah,
the Kachuks,
yeah,
right. And I wonder, is it nature or nurture? Like, is that just good genetics, or are their parents like, no, man, this is all you're doing. This is all you get to do is play some sports.
Yeah. It was never that way in my house. My brother,
no way.
No. I was good at beer pong, and my brother used to hold on to the back of pickup trucks in the snow, and he could actually hold on like he was
not bad.
That's the kind of sports we were into. So
that's interesting.
So now we're live on YouTube, I hear. So, we're everywhere now. All right. So we're not. This was literally supposed to just be a test, but it seems to be rolling very well. Yeah. So we were just testing our connections and seeing how things are.
Yep.
And now we're talking in live, I guess.
Live at the Abbey for the Joe Carter
Classic. Yeah. Just looking around, checking. Well, you got to talk to Doug Gilmore today. That was a lot of fun this morning.
Dougie is the king. I love Dougie.
Yeah.
Guy has a business card with his personal phone number on it. I'm not about to give it to you or share his personal phone number with you, but he's like, as soon as we finish the interview, he's like, we got his number. He goes, you got my number? I'm like, no. He goes, take my card. He's like, that's my personal phone number.
Rookie's just flashing in front of the camera. It's fine. If you need to get a hold of Doug for anything.
Yeah.
He's gonna dox
So nice, too.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Oh,
Met Tom
incredible.
Cochran today.
Tommy Cochran,
That
Life
was
is a
cool.
Highway.
Yeah.
Life is a highway. I won't drive it. Tom Cochran's a great guy. He was there. Neil Smith,
Henny's
NFL
here.
Hall of Famer. Who's
Henderson?
Paul Henderson.
Paul Henderson's here.
Paul Henderson, who looks great, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Paul's a lovely man. Some like legitimate hockey royalty. Nat Spooner, Olympic champion. Nat Spooner.
He wasn't on the list. I didn't know he was coming, and then I guess
Nat Spooner.
Oh,
yeah, good one.
Oh, I thought you said NHL. I wasn't even paying attention to what you were saying.
No, Olympic champion.
I was just rolling.
Player, Nat Spooner. She's like an unbelievable hockey player.
Yeah, we were provided a list, Rookie and I, and
Cheryl
it had 6 names on it.
It only had 6 names on it?
Yeah, there's literally 40 or 50 people out here
that
are somebody's.
That's right.
That was a little tough for prep, so.
It was. I don't blame you. Nat, to me, is like a chick's name. It's like a girl's name.
It's a mobster's name to me.
Nat is?
Yeah.
Nat.
I knew a guy named Nat that was
Did you
connected,
really?
Yeah.
Like Natt?
No, just Nat.
He was connected?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Maybe he's here too.
Or possibly. Oh, really?
Hi from Stockholm.
Hi, Stockholm.
Yeah. Bring him on if he wants. We're just
we can't hear him at this point. We don't have that.
We don't have headphones?
We do, but but
okay, hang on. We're watching. Can you cut to the
cut to the other one for a sec?
Cut to the okay. Cut to the green. We've got another foursome coming up. Here we've got we're on 18 Glen Abbey Joe Carter Classic, just in case you're just joining us. Haven't seen Joe on the course yet. Had a little chat with Joe prior to the actual tournament. Joe looks like he could still hit 30 home runs a year, no problem. He looks like he could just literally throw on a jersey, step into the box, and crush 30. Same with Dougie Gilmore. He looks so good. He could probably get on the ice, maybe just on the power play. Who knows? Maybe just on the PP, not the PK. He's not a big PK guy. He hates the PK.
Not a big PP guy?
No, he's a big PP guy, but he's like a big power play guy. And he could probably get on the ice and, that's not a bad shot either. We've got a couple nice golf shots out there, Chris. What do you think of today's play so far?
I'm thinking the play is excellent. We've had a couple people do the Tiger Woods shot, which is just right there on the left.
That's right.
And a couple guys went short. One guy got the green. So it's looking good today. Everybody still has a smile on their face, even though it's rain.
Rain seems to be letting up a little bit. It was heavier this morning, as you can see on the water. We've still got a steady stream coming down. But a lot of these people are prepared with golf gear, some windbreaker action.
Bunk.
Oh, is that a little long? Did he just go long?
Yep. You've got to bring a suntan lotion because he's going to the beach.
Oh, that's a good joke, Chris. Way to go.
Hope you brought that SPF.
Yes. You don't want the melanoma, Chris. That's what
silent killer.
Wants. So as you can see, Ryan is now focusing on 18. This is hole number 18, Glen Abbey. As you can see there's a little trap. I'm going to do my best, Jim Nance. There's a little golf trap on the left. The golf trap on the left is where Tiger, the one closest to us, where Tiger Woods back in the early 2000s hit a 6-iron. A miracle 6-iron within 10 feet that helped him clinch his very first and only Canadian Open championship. And what they've done is they've placed a plaque close to or in the actual sand trap. And they're encouraging golfers every time they play it to, quote, hit the Tiger shot. Now,
doesn't go well for most people.
No, we've seen a few people actually attempt it today. Chris, what would you say the success rate's been?
I'd go with
5%?
a 20% success rate.
Really?
What's success? Green? Does it have to go on the green to be success?
I would say green and within 20 feet.
Oh, it's extra.
I would say so too.
Yeah. Look, the other
here we
people
go.
There
this is what everybody's doing. Yeah, you can see. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, Rye. That's as zoomed as it get. So what you do is it's a novelty now because that shot is one of the greatest shots Tiger's ever played. Might be one of the best shots ever played on Canadian soil, according to people that
golf
like golf.
I actually see too, Dean. that there's a marker that's in the middle of this might be a longest drive hole.
I believe that is correct. It is long drive hole. We've seen a couple people pump the ball out there. I think that's Rod Black's drive. Have you seen Rod Black hit that golf ball? Legendary sportscaster.
Yep.
Rod Black. It's the one.
He knows what he's doing.
He's an incredible athlete as well. Doesn't talk about it very much because he's busy, sports casting and doing a new podcast called the Rodcast. Have you heard his? Have you seen?
Oh, I did not know Rob was doing a podcast.
Rodcast is incredible, actually.
Wow,
it's really good. Brought to you by North Star Bets. Let's give all of our friends who are entrepreneurial minded, let's give them a bump. Let's talk about their sponsors. Why don't we do that once in a while?
We can do that.
Yeah, we can. We can do whatever we want. It is about love. Here we
go. Is that the cart girl?
Got a nice lady. I don't know who
person.
No idea who it is. That is a female by the skorts. You can see the skorts. She's attempting the tiger shot. They're all sitting around going, 185. That's where the pin was, by the way. That's why they put it there, because that's where the pin was for the tiger shot.
So, Dean, quick question about the tiger shot. Is it more difficult if it's raining? Or is it easier when it's raining?
Everything is more difficult when it rains. Chris,
for golf?
A couple of things. The ground's wetter. Therefore, the club grabs. Number 2, the ball doesn't advance like you normally think it would. It dies. It kills the ball. So
the club is not as gripping as this conversation.
Hey, I'm doing my best golf. I don't give a fuck
enough
about whether or not this is like a professional job or gripping or not. What I care about is pretending I'm Jim Nantz, and I'm doing an excellent job. We've got a young
Do you want me to be Nick Faherty?
Sure. David Faherty.
David Faherty.
Yeah. So we've got a young lady in some skorts. She's getting ready to hit the tiger shot. We'll see how successful she is. I'm not predicting great things.
Here we go.
Yeah. Not bad, though.
It's in the fairway.
Yeah.
It's more than I can say.
Better than most men. Congratulations. Most men have not even done that. They've just tanked it or drilled it into the lip or put it in the water.
Worst.
Put it in the water.
If there's water on the course, I'll find it.
There's a lot of water on the course. And
great thing, too, about Rod Black, who came through before we went live on 18. He was giving everybody pointers.
Yeah.
Lining up putts for guys, trying to do his best to help people out. Just an all-around great guy.
He's one of the greatest helpers you'll ever meet in your life. I think Rod's middle name is Can I Help You? What can I do for you?
Interesting.
Rod, what can I do for you, Black?
Here we go. Another tiger attempt.
We're on 18 here. We are currently watching another tiger shot. The backswing. Nope, that's a bunt.
Well, so the reality here, Dean, is I think...
I told you, the female golfers that are at the Joe Carter tournament, easily better than the male golfers.
So I think the reality, too, with what these two shots did is course management. Because you can, if you think, try and go for the green, but laying up in the middle of the fairway to there try and trip onto the green, that's just good course management.
Chris, hearing you say that reminds me of the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And I'll tell you why. This is a scramble. You don't do course management in a scramble. You hammer the shit out of the golf ball and you get it as close to the pin as you can and get down as quick as you can. It's not about course management, especially when you're hitting a fake shot out of the sand trap.
You know what I just realized?
You don't course manage. That's a novelty golf shot. You don't course manage a novelty golf shot. So we can just shut this off if we pull the blinds down.
We could probably get way better lighting.
Yeah,
things you learn when you're live, folks. We're on a tight ship here.
Okay, hang on. We've got another young lady. She is currently lining up her golf shot out of the trap. And nope, no bueno. No bueno. Although not a terrible golf shot. But it wasn't... Oh, maybe she should be on the green. Not even too sure. She might be her.
You'll watch on the screen.
Did you see it? Where did it go?
Oh, I didn't see what ball went.
We're just going to see how the lighting looks with the blind lowered.
Do they do this a lot in professional golf? Dude, how can we see the golf shots if we're No. I want to see this golf shot.
All right. That back up it goes.
Bring that back up. Okay, here we go.
We're on a tight ship over here, folks.
Here we go.
This is what we call live testing.
Oh, no, she fucked it again. You can put the blinds down.
Oh, now. Down it goes. Back over, Ryan. So the Dean, the cool thing with the monitor, Dean, is you can look at the monitor and watch the shot.
Oh,
there's one right there.
Well, no, but I get better view from here. I can see the actuals this year. And joining us from Edmonton, I guess, at the Joe Carter Classic is Lachlan Cross. Lachlan, nice to see you. Good to see you as well. L Train. Can I call you L Train today? It's your last day, L Train.
Today can be an L train day. Not my last day on the podcast. It's just my last day before I unplug and take a little bit of a break here. Mm-hmm. I have not had a good holiday in quite some time, so I'm looking forward to it. But hey, listen, I wish I would have been able to make it work and come out there and do this live with you guys. Yeah. I think that would have been a ton of fun. It just, the timing of it was just so crappy on my end. That it didn't work because I would be giving old Linz a run for his money on the triple fisting that he's in the middle of right now.
Oh. Yeah, it's a hard scene to explain. Is obviously everything here is gratis, right? Which is, if you're a radio person and you come to stuff like this, and if it's free, it's for me is traditionally the phrase that you want to really hang on to. If it's free, it's for me. So you walk in, there's a ton of swag. Everybody gets free golf clubs, free shirts, free hats, all that stuff. And then we're sitting around. These guys are getting a little peckish. There's free breakfast, massive buffet. We had the eggs, we had the bacon, we had the sausage, we had the hash browns, had everything. And it was like free coffee and free water, and these guys are like, I said, guys, if you want, you can go down to the halfway house, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump, grab a sandwich, grab something to eat, and grab yourself a beverage too, grab a drink, grab a pop, grab a beer, whatever. They came back literally holding stuff like they just were walking up from the Christmas tree on Christmas morning, and it was all booze. Like all of it was booze, and it was like they're like, oh, we also got you a hot dog.
And a Perrier. We got you a Perrier.
Yeah, and a Perrier. They got me a Perrier too, but yeah.
Just grab my hot dog. It's my pants. It's in my back pocket.
The glizzy. Yeah, we got a couple glizzies with that too. But it's so cool. Like when how fucked was it when we came in? Tell the story about when we came in and we started setting it. Who was here and what happened?
Oh, everybody was here. We like walking and shoulder brushing past Doug Gilmore. Joe Carter's here.
Yeah.
Tom Cochran. Tom Cochran's outside, just hanging out.
Life is a highway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wicked. Just a wicked scene. You want to tell the luggage story?
Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton's luggage story.
Kenny Lofton is walking around here wearing clothes that belong to one of the caddies that works on the back shop staff because he can't find his luggage. No one can find. Kenny Lofton is one of the greatest outfielders in the history of Major League Baseball, and he's standing there and literally looks like a homeless guy. He's like, "I'm ready to golf." Like, dude, he's here. Yeah, Neil Smith is here. Dion Phaneuf is here.
Yeah.
Paul Coffey was here. He was busy. Like 20 feet away from us. But the funny part was we walk in. So we walk into this little area because they've got us in this nice little area where all these celebrities were like signing posters and stuff like that before they actually take to the course. They have a bunch of stuff they got to sign because they give these posters as mementos. So Rick Vive is standing there and you walk in, you're like, hey, Rick. He's like, oh, hey, guys. Walks in. And then Dougie Gilmore walks in. And Dougie's like, who? This guy? I used to watch this guy when I grew up. And it was Rick Vive, right? And then Rick Vive turns around and goes, fuck you. As a joke, right? Dougie starts cutting up laughing, and I go, hey, Doug, I used to watch you when I grew up. He starts dying laughing. He goes, Dino, fuck you, he says to me.
It was a whole lot of fuck yous this morning here while we were getting set up for the show.
It's early.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's early.
Oh, it was early.
Shaking off the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody went to the Jays game last night too. They go to that's one of the fun parts of this.
Yeah, it's the welcome the welcoming committee.
Welcoming committee takes them to the president's suite. So like Edward Rogers' suite, the guy who owns the actual Jays, and it's a fucking massive suite too. It's like a boardroom.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you've been there, it's and several times.
You remember it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, dude, I was in that executive suite once when Gordie Howe, God bless his soul, he was still alive, right? And Gordie Howe was in there, and he's like, he's trying to take his pills, so he had these pill boxes he had to take out, and he had to take them in succession and stuff, and he dropped them all. Dropped them all in the president's suite, and I am gunned. I'm with Ian Leggett, Ray Bork, and I'm standing there, and they're watching Gordie drop his pills on the ground. I'm like, are you guys not going to fucking help Gordie? And they're like, we're too drunk. I can't help Gordie. I'm too wasted. I can't even pick up my hat, never mind all those pills. And so I'm like, all right. So I get down, and I start picking up Gordie's pills, and I brush them off, and I'm like, here, Gordie, I got your meds, sir. Mr. Howe, I said, because tremendous respect for this man.
Oh, for sure.
And he's like, I got your pills here. He goes, yeah, thanks. I'm really looking forward to taking those.
Now that they've been in your fucking drunken, slimy hands.
I remember one. Can I tell a quick pill story?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we went down to Jasper a couple years ago, and we we get there, we get set up. It was just a piss up weekend. So we had this RV park, set up the thing. Everyone's, going to get ready to start drinking.
Yeah.
And our buddy, who we did not know, we'd never really drank with him, friends with him, casual acquaintance, wanted to come along. He pulls a bottle of pills out of his jacket and he takes one. And we're like, all right, you need to fill us in here. This kid's 33, 34. His name's Jake. And he says, I need to take these before I start drinking. For his heart. Grant Johnson turns to me and goes, that's what we need. We brought somebody along that needs to take medication before they drink. That sounds like a locker room trip.
I want those pills. I want you to find the name of those pills because those will keep you going forever. Jesus
you
Christ.
fucking love to drink when you've got like a preemptive heart medication plan so you can get fucking wasted. Right?
That's exactly what it was, because a couple of years before he had drank so much that his heart stopped. So now the doctors gave him a bucket of pills to take before he drinks.
And you invited him out? You wanted that fucking liability? That is unbelievable,
that's
dude.
Funny.
If someone said to me, hey, listen, Hank is coming out with us, these guy with the heart medication problem, like he has to take heart medication before he drinks, Hank's coming out with us, I'd be like, no, he's not. I don't want a guy dying in the back of an Uber.
Yeah.
Right?
You know
want
what?
to go to a
cleaning
Jays
that up.
game with Hank, who has to take heart medication to stay alive, and he only does it when he drinks because he really loves to drink that much.
Drinking makes his heart stop.
Do you really? Aren't you fucking worried that he's going to die every time you drink with a guy?
It's on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you wash your hands every time. I love it.
Yeah, but it's only on him until the police come and take a police report saying, hey, what happened to your buddy Hank? And you're like, you know what? I'm not involved in this process. This is on him.
Do you think I'm going to be around when Jake starts like convulsing in the corner? No.
You're going to split? That's what I do too, by the way.
Well, then you know that the meds are done. Like they're not working anymore. That's I got to go. Somebody's doing it in the corner.
I'm that guy that like, something happens, like a car accident or there's a fight. And you know how you've got some heroes that want to stick around and go, I'm going to stick around and help out and talk to the police here and tell them what I saw. Because, and there are some people who are just like super bored with their life, so they do that stuff.
I learned CPR 18 years ago, so I'm good to go.
There was a car accident in front of me a couple of years ago where this kid on a motorcycle just got smoked by a car that made a U-turn that should not have been making a U-turn. And my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was like, we need to stop and help. I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here. That's what we're doing.
The fuck we do.
I am not sitting around for this. She goes, well, we're like one of the first people here. I go, no, there's two people there already. We're not getting involved in this. This is going to be weeks of police reports and having to show up to be witnesses for some kind of court case. Or you're going to have to talk to the paramedics, and then we're going to have to give a statement, and then we're going to be involved in a whole bunch of stuff. And I literally drove on the sidewalk to get around traffic so I didn't have to be part of that mess.
I'm not a witness. I didn't see anything.
Is that bad?
No.
It does paint a picture.
Explains a few things, yes, but I don't think it's inherently bad. Like what are you gonna do? You gonna go and like pry him out of the car?
No,
you got no tools for that.
No, he was not in the car, dude. He was on the ground. Well, most of him was on the ground, and I'm like, I don't even want to see that. One leg was over here, one leg was over there. It was a mess. Like there were so many things going on there. I'm like, I am not equipped for any of this, so we need to get out of here. And there are better angels there. And if someone said to me, why didn't you help? I'd say, listen, I'm not going to be any help there. That's a lie. I've got my EMR certificate. I'm probably really good at first aid, but I didn't want to have to deal with all the bullshit, right? I didn't want to have to deal with all the other stuff that it came with, which is technically, super selfish, right?
But it's also liability. Especially if you got all that certification, they might say, hey, listen, you fucked that up. Yeah. I'd probably want to get the fuck out of there, too. I'm the same as you.
Yeah,
you know what?
I don't want the hassle.
If you guys
that's
are
not
trying
for
to make
me.
yourself feel better for being cocks, that's great. I can play along, but I just need to know ahead of time.
Yeah, I think we are.
We're just not bringing the guy that takes pills to drink with us. That's all.
Yeah. Hey, we caught up with your boy Joe Carter today. Do you remember Joe Carter at all? Do you remember him?
I do.
Home run.
He hit a very important home run for the
couple.
For the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, he did.
If I remember correctly.
He sure did. Yeah, he hit a big old home run. I think he's the only person to be the last player to touch the ball in a World Series twice.
Touch the ball, Joe.
It's touch 'em all,
Oh,
Joe.
touch 'em all. I thought it was touch the ball, Joe. I think they said touch the ball as well.
No.
That's an unfortunate nickname. Touch
the
your balls,
ball, Joe.
Oh, it's a different Joe. Different Joe.
Anyway, we were lucky enough to catch up with Joe. He went out and it started to rain, so he came back in and he hustled in and he had a little chat with us. And I got to ask him a series of very hard-hitting questions.
Your first one was...
it was intense.
Yeah.
Here's the interview that we have with Joe Carter this morning. We are here with Joe Carter. He is the man of the hour. 13 years.
13 years, Dean.
Millions of dollars.
Yep.
Children's aid.
Yes.
The big question today is, what's it like to see me again?
You've got more white hair.
It's not bad, huh? You like that? It's it's two-tone. It's two-tone. No, congratulations, dude. This is so cool. It's great to have you back. I know it's been weird the last couple of years. What's it like? I mean, the legacy is even more of a legacy, battling through the pandemic, and you're back. You're here. It's on. We are back.
Dean, anytime I come back to Toronto, it's just, I mean, I feel the love is phenomenal to me. I can't wait. As soon as that plane lands, it's like, wow, I'm back home. I'm back in TO and get in here. And, we just had the rain kind of come through here. And now it's kind of gone away. I just chipped in for birdie.
On 18?
No, on number 9. So
that's something needs to be said, first of all. Is Joe Carter is too good for his own tournament? He wins it like every year. You do. You win it every year.
No, I don't win it every year. I think I won it one time. That was it. But, we're off to a good race. So I'm playing with my good buddies from Canada Goose, Danny Reese.
Yeah.
And some guy named Dion Phaneuf.
Dion Phaneuf, not a bad hockey player.
Yeah, that hockey
Captain
player.
of the
And
Leafs.
James Dodds with TD Bank. I think we picked him up on the side of the road. But you know what, Dean? It is great. Yeah. I mean, great to always be back in Toronto and see the way the Jays are playing. They're playing great game last night.
Were you there last night? See him walk it off?
There. But I didn't know. I didn't get a chance to see because I'm in there hosting everything. So I never get to see the game. Yeah. So I don't know what happens until it happens.
You turn around. Everybody wants your time when you come back, right? 29 years, right?
29 years since the 93 World Series. And this will be the 30-year anniversary of the 92 World Series.
I was telling my kids yesterday, I tried to bring one of them with me. He's a huge fan of yours, and he talks to me about you all the time. He's like, is it true, Dad, Joe Carter was the only player in Major League Baseball history to touch the ball last in 2 World Series? And I go, he absolutely is, because he's a baseball player too. But is it as time goes by, does it seem further away, or does it still seem so fresh?
Oh, no, I can remember every single thought I had when I was at first base. I'm like, what the heck am I doing at first base? And the biggest game of my career, and it's the bottom of the 10th inning, and Joe Carter's at first base. And it kind of went back to when I first started playing first base. When I got traded to Cleveland, Pat Corrales, my manager, wanted to find time for me because I was platooning. And he goes, have you ever played first base before? I go, yeah, I played first base. Never played first base in my life. But my father said, always say yes. Because so I got a first base admit. He told me some things about first base. And a few games later, I was playing first base. I'm like, wherever you need me at, I'll play. And then I think I was the only player to ever in the World Series play 3 different positions the first 3 games of the World Series. So, it's good to be versatile. And it gave Cito Gaston a lot of options.
Yeah, it sure did, dude. Well, and just the legacy that your name is tied to the city and the championships and the 2 in a row, which is so hard to do. And for guys like us, guys like me, who are big fans and got to know you over the years, and to see how grateful you are for the experience and grateful to have this legacy in the city. But it seems like when you hear 29 years, or even today coming in here and going 13 years, this has been going on, and I was fortunate.
Old.
It kind of does, doesn't it? But you still look like you could jack about 20 out of the park here.
Yeah, if I have my driver and I could tee it up, I could take him way deep, Dean. But as far as the baseball, I think I swung a bat probably a few years ago, and it's like I couldn't even reach the warning track.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Does it hurt too?
No, it doesn't hurt. I mean, no. It's just no power there. I'm 62 now, so it's
Are you 62?
62.
Dude, you look younger than me too.
Well, it's because I don't drink.
Yeah, I don't either, dude. I quit 5 years ago.
Good.
Yeah, because I remember sitting talking to Joe at his tournament 5-6 years ago, and he's like, "Hey, dude, how are the drinks?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You're not drinking at your own tournament." He's like, "I don't drink," and I'm like, "Now I know why you don't drink."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had a beer. So
You've never had one beer,
No.
glass
No.
of wine.
I've had a couple of sips. You do some wine, but no, that's
Doesn't
it.
do it. Well, no one drinks today, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But listen, I want to thank you. I know we got to let you go, Joe. But
I got to go hit some balls.
Yeah, you go get out there. You help your team win. Thank you for spending a little time with us. And again, I mean, just so great to see you. You look terrific.
It's great to be back.
You're obviously a huge part of everybody's life here and legacy as a fan of this team. But more importantly, to see you give back and continually really carve this out for Children's Aid for the last 13 years and the millions of dollars that you and your friends have come together to make for Children's Aid. It's been an incredible initiative between yourself and, of course, James and the folks at TD and all of your partners. So well done, sir.
It's a love affair between myself and the city of Toronto. Everybody here, it's just been phenomenal. So that's why I love coming back here. Love T.O.
Great to see you.
All right, let's go make some more birdies.
Let's do it. There you go. There's Joe Carter. How cool is that, huh? How
good
nice
interview, man. Really good.
Great
you did a great job, Dean. That was fantastic.
I know him. It's easier to do interviews with guys you know, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no stress, which is been weird for these guys, right? Because I haven't been around for a long time because I went full hermit the last 5 years. Like I feel like Robin Williams in Jumanji.
What year is
showing up to this thing where everybody's like, and everybody said the same thing to me when I got, dude, your hair is a lot lighter now. And I'm like, yeah, fuck, I haven't been out of the house for 5 years. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But I think it was a bit of a mind buster for you guys when you see guys like Doug Gilmour come in and wrap me up in a hug, or or Joe, or
and
else.
some of them you don't even ever really talk too much about. Like, we know that you know a lot of people, but when you see it in person and they're like lining up to come and say hi, it is kind of a trip. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, a little intimidating, shaking Joe Carter's hand and turning, and there's Doug Gilmour. I'm shaking his hand. It's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Yeah, it is. Is it weird?
Yeah, because I'm not
in
that
this
guy.
environment. You're just watching these guys walk around.
Yeah, because that's what it's. You are. You're here I'm here as a super fan kind of thing, right? Like, I love these guys, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, no, you're part of the crew that's trying to get some content out of them, and yeah, you got to kind of check yourself and take a deep breath.
Who have you seen where you're like, oh my god, that's that guy?
Terry, remember Terry, the guy that was getting us drinks?
Terry. Yeah.
Terry. There's a guy named Terry here, Lachlan, that got me, like, hooked us up. With
Unbelievable
all the
mullet. Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
dude,
Terry's a bartender.
He's rocking a mullet.
Yeah. Terry's the best. He's got the sweet pubic stash. Actually, it's more of a Lanny McDonald heater, and he's got the long hair. He looks a lot like Rick Springfield in like '84.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I think Rick Springfield might be coming on the show soon, if I'm not mistaken.
We were trying to make that happen, and we couldn't get the
bueno.
timing right. But I did talk to our contact, and we are still in the docket to interview Rick. He's got
nice.
He's involved in a liquor and so his booze rep, who is a big fan of this show, was trying to get him on. So I'm still working with Gary to make that happen.
All
so
right,
we
nice.
will.
Well, yeah, I mean it's cool. Like this is kind of one of those things where you show up to one of these events and you see certain guys walking around and you're like, oh my god, they're just like normal people. They're just like regular individuals. Like when you saw Doug kind of hanging out, shooting the shit with everybody, he's like, oh, he's just a normal dude. Yeah, he'd bust your balls. He's like, how's it going? He's making fun of me. He was like, hey, you divorced again yet? And I'm like, that's funny coming from you. And he's like, shut up, bud. Anyway, it's literally because you get all these guys that have played professional sports and they're all like in their 50s and 60s. Like, I didn't know this. Dougie is 59.
Holy shit.
Did you know that?
He looks really good for 59, man. But even just in theory, you don't think that. He's probably like 42.
Yeah.
43.
I've heard he's a really good guy too. Like
one of the best,
salt of the earth dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug's one of the best. Same with Joe. Joe's 62. Did you see him? He looks younger than me. Like these guys are all like, and they're these alpha males and alpha females, right? Nat Spooner is here. Cheryl Pounder, as I said, are here. I mean, they've got a collection of a bunch of local athletes, but all of these athletes, it's funny, when they see each other, they can pick each other out of the room. Like, they look at us, these normies. We're normies, right? Yeah. Everyday, non-athletic, regular people. NARPs, I like to call us. We're just a bunch of NARPs. We walk in, and you know who the athletes and former athletes are, because they all still take care of themselves, and they all see each other like 4,000 of these golf tournaments a year, and they're doing one of these, hey, nice to see you, hey, nice to see you, what did you get? How's the swag bag this year? And I was talking to Doug after. I'm like, is this the best free stuff tournament in the country? He's like, without a doubt.
It was. Did you see the tents when we came in?
Yeah, huge.
Oh my God, clubs. Fucking
who doesn't like free stuff?
Boots, shoes. Like, there were shoes.
Free golf shoes, free hats, free everything, free balls, free bags, everything you can imagine. Free clothes, free cologne, free vitamins from Weber Pharmaceuticals. My friend Mike Tate, who's at Weber, like, dude, free Canada Goose coats, free bats, free Callaway Golf and Country Clubs, or golf clubs, free FootJoy golf shoes, free everything is free. Yeah. Everything. You literally walk in and they hand you these bags, and the bags are full of. It's like the Oscars. Yeah. The bags are full of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And there are people, like literal human beings, who walk in and walk out like, and these are celebrities that get everything anyway. They're like, oh my God, I need to come back to this golf tournament every goddamn year because I can't believe the loot.
Well, that's the point, right? That's what they want to do. They want to make sure that they know that, hey, this was really good last time. I'm definitely supporting next time, so they can keep it going.
You guys grab
me
a coat?
Yeah. You need a Canada Goose coat? I get you a Canada Goose coat.
Extra large?
But they've been doing this for 13 years now. I want to say between 2 and 3 million raised for children's aid societies, which is incredible. And TD Bank deserves a ton of credit. James Dodds and the group over at TD, they were kind enough to retweet the stuff that we're doing today as well. In these initiatives, as banks take up initiatives like this is a huge one, and it's a labor of love. And the good folks at TD have done a great job of sticking with this even through the pandemic. Canada Goose, of course, has done a great job. They're another title sponsor. Callaway, another title sponsor. AMJ Van Lines, another title sponsor here. I was talking to someone and I didn't even know, like, I was talking to one of the organizers, Raul, like, what's it been like the past 2 years without the tournament? He goes, oh, we've been doing the tournament the last 2 years. Like, and I said, what do you mean? And he's like, well, we've been like keeping it alive privately, quietly, still raising money. But during the pandemic, they sent out a note to all the players and the sponsors. Do you want to do it? And they're like, yeah, but let's scale it down. Let's make it a little easier for people to get to. Let's just do a local thing, because it was that important to keep making money for Children's Aid, to not take any years off, even though everybody took everything off over the past 2 years. So this is really kind of the first year that the Joe Carter tournament has kind of come back and turned into what the Joe Carter tournament was in years past, because like and this is light. And there are tons of celebrities here. Yeah. But a lot of them pulled out at the last second because of travel plans and issues at airports. Like Kenny Lofton's legendary issue, 10 hours in an airport, still doesn't have his luggage. He's literally dressed like a groundskeeper walking around up there.
And he looked like he was lost when he was walking around, too. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah,
I felt
I did
so
too.
bad.
I did too.
Well, Rod Black was doing the intro, and he called him out. He told the entire field what was going on with him, so it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? Like where you see so many people that want to come together for the right things. And I was talking to one of the organizers. He's like, we could have walked away from this over the past 2 years, but we realized the relationships we had with the people at Children's Aid was like super important to the people at Children's Aid because of the funding that it provides and the awareness that it provides for Children's Aid Foundation here in Canada. And so they keep doing it. And God bless Joe. I mean, Joe works on this tournament all year long with the guys at TD and the guys like Rod Black, who, by the way, has a great new podcast called, strangely enough, The Rodcast. The Rodcast.
It was like made for him.
Yeah,
it was just made for him.
He was right there. It was right in his name.
Yeah, and Joe does the social media that he does. Like, I've been following on Twitter and on Instagram. It's amazing. Like, he's in everything and everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's always him, and he's always just shaking hands, glad handing everywhere. He's so involved. And like you said, it's so important because 13 years of them doing this, they get into a momentum to need that, and they plan programming around it. So COVID be damned, those kids need fucking money, right? Yeah. So it's like we gotta really figure out a way around this. So it's almost like the underground.
A lot of times, these tournaments are the bread and butter for the whole year. Like this is their operation costs. They keep themselves afloat with one of these tournaments, right? Yeah. Especially this one that brings in that kind of that kind of money, right? So we lost a lot of these types of things during COVID. So a lot of these organizations that depend on donations and outside money really, you know, and a lot of those organizations pick up the slack in the world that we live in right now, where the government isn't covering things, right?
Yeah.
So good for them that they were able to find a way to keep some money moving through COVID for the charity, right? Good for them.
And that's not, like, it's fun. We love to beat up on banks, and we love to beat up on industry and you know, entrepreneurs and big business, and we kind of laugh when big business falls down. But it kind of goes without saying, you know, when I talk to some of the organizers, is, you know, the Canada Gooses, the Callaways, the TDs, they have been continually supporting this, even when there was nobody to come out to these events over the past 2 years, right? Yeah. They continued their financial commitment. They continued their commitment to the actual event. They continue, and I know it's you know, people look for a way to poo-poo everything all the time, but that needs to be said. Like, the major title sponsors that are still here, that are still part of what this is, whether it's Lug, which makes unbelievable bags and backpacks and stuff like that, they've been here all 13 years. AMJ Campbell Van Lines, they've been here all 13 years. TD, all 13. Canada Goose, all 13. Callaway, all 13 years. And for them to not take 2 years off when the rest of the world did, to continue with that commitment to, you know, the Children's Aid Foundation and, of course, Joe Carter, and the relationships that these sustain, I think it deserves a ton of credit.
Huge.
I think you have to also give credit to the relationships that Joe has built. Yeah. Because without those relationships, without the strength of those relationships, this tournament may have died. Right.
And he's such a kind guy. Like, when you show up, like, you see, like, how can you say no to Joe? You know what I mean? Like, and you know, he's the kind of guy that would build that long-term awesome and get that commitment from these companies. He's the perfect guy to have in front, like, face front for this thing right now. So
big time. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Lachlan, actually.
Yeah,
like you know, when you talk to him, you're like, man, this guy reminds me of Lachlan. He's so nice and outgoing, and doesn't drink.
Sweet.
Doesn't sweet, like beer.
A couple of sips of wine every once in a while.
A couple sips of wine, like that kind of stuff.
I'm drinking right now, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Cheers to you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll